Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. Dear viewers across the globe, I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace be unto all of you. As we always mention in previous programs, we say that this is one of our tasks, is that to spread peace, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded us. Ufshu salama baynakum. Spread peace amongst you. Spread peace amongst you. And perhaps there is no other nation on this planet uses the word peace, not only orally, but practically. And they are so eager to spread peace across the globe like the Muslims all the time. Because this is not their own invention. They are commanded by their Lord and commanded by their Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to do that. And he told us the secret behind this. He said that, shouldn't I guide you to a formula that if you practice it and exercise practicing, you will be able to spread love among you. How can you spread love among humans, among all humans, no exception? By salam, by spreading peace. Spread peace orally, and the minimum peace that we can spread is the greeting. It doesn't cost anything. At the comfort of your place, at the comfort of your car, at the comfort of your house, at the comfort of your office, at the comfort of anything, wherever you are, you can share this with others. This is a command to us by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it's not something personal. And we have no other option. So we have to spread peace. This is the goal. This is one of the goals of this program, and I'm sure that hundreds, if not millions, of other programs try to do that. This peace that we spread should be based on knowledge. And if we have the knowledge, and if you have the education, in other words, if you are qualified, please do. And you can start practicing this on a very minor level, very low level in your house and in your neighborhood and in any other areas or any other environment that's close to you, in your community. Yes, this is a good, very good start. You can share this kind. Do it. That's what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said it. Yes, and here are some of the verses that when we know them, it gives us more strength in our belief. Because there are many things that disorient us in this world. You look at this poster, and then you look at this advertisement, and you look at this episode, and you look at this movie, and a lot of distractions around us, around every human being who lives in this. It's our destiny that we live here. But what can we do? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us. So these are the immune things that would cause us immunity without being affected by others, without being distracted or disoriented. The more we follow the ayat from the Quran and the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, the more resistance we will have. We will not be like other people. We'll have more resistance because our immune system would be much stronger than the current situation. Here is one of the verses that can work like that. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And this verse is verse number 196. And perhaps we'll take it with 197. Two verses, very short verses. 196, 197, chapter number 3. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. لا يغرنك تقلب الذين كفروا في البلاد متاع قليل ثم مأواهم جهنم وبئس المهاد. This can roughly be translated as this: let not the free disposal and the affluence of the disbelievers throughout the land deceive you. Let not that deceive you. Let not these appearances around you deceive you. What you see is a brief enjoyment. Then their ultimate abode is hell. And worst indeed is that place for rest. See what is around you. And we are commanded in many verses, قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ قُلْ سِيرُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ. Say to people, encourage people to go through, to explore, to study here and there, to read this and that. But the purpose should be learning. You should learn. What is the lesson that we learn? If you travel to that area, or if you travel to that area, if you go to this excursion or this journey, what did you learn? What did you learn? What is the outcome? Is it just fun? Is it just sightseeing? No. Yes, it is part of it. The first 1 or 2% of it. But the benefit, the real benefit you get is when you learn something from this. What is the lesson that you learn when you see these mountains, or when you see the place of that battle? What is the benefit? What is the lesson that you can learn? A lot of people are distracted by the appearances around them. Wow, look at that fancy tower. Look at this beautiful building. Look at this. And so if they talk about something apparent, most of the people do that. The people with wisdom, and that's what the Quran teaches us. If you really, anybody, this is an open opportunity. If you want to learn wisdom, the book is there. The Quran is there. Anyone can learn wisdom when you read these verses, when you see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us. Don't be deceived, but what you see by your eyes is something temporary. These beautiful things that we see, these fancy things that we see, these nice scenes that we see, all these things that you see, that the people are enjoying that, no doubt. You go to special places and you find that the people are in real enjoyment of life, full enjoyment. All kind of sweets, all kind of food, all kind of services, all these things to facilitate life and to make them good. Yeah, but some people are so indulged in that they cannot even raise their heads to see really what is the reality of what's going on around them. All these things that we enjoy, and we are encouraged, as long as they are halal, we are encouraged to enjoy them. So why shouldn't we enjoy them? Enjoy them. But don't stop there. You have to be smart. After that, see what is the end of it. How it's going to end. You can see the end of other people. It's quite obvious that anybody can see that it ends with death. My life is going to end in death. Whether death comes to me today or tomorrow, but it will be death. It's the same end that takes place to everybody. So here, don't be fooled by the glittering things around you. They are temporary. And you find this meaning is scattered in the Quran. And it's very well focused in the Quran, that you can learn this lesson. Look at it. It's temporary. This person who has this child that's so beautiful grows up, it becomes stronger, stronger, and more stronger. It becomes beautiful. He becomes very creative, and he becomes an engineer or becomes a doctor, and he enjoys his life, his 50 years or 70 years or 100 years. Then he will die. So the Quran tells us here, guide yourself against that. You have to protect the way you think. And here the Quran teaches us, here you gain wisdom. It's gonna end. It's going to end. And you can identify in your family, extended family, that how many people have died. How many people have left this life. And here the second verse tells us this. Tells us, what you see is mata'un qalilun. Whatever you see is considered limited enjoyment. This is in short. Life is limited enjoyment. This limited enjoyment can be 20 years, can be 40 years, can be 60 years, can be 100 years. Still, it is limited. But there is another life that's called unlimited. It's unlimited. So why are you buying the limited one and not buying the unlimited one? Any smart person would take the unlimited, would focus on the unlimited. That's what the Quran is doing to us. This is the changing that's happening to our minds and our hearts. Don't be easily deceived. All the people who deceive others, they focus on this. These apparent things, and they don't show the truth to the people. They always keep it under the table. Once you explore it deeply, you discover that. So here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us in brief, whatever you see of these fancy things that are around you, that these kinds of enjoyments around you in every aspect of life, it's just mata'un qalilun, limited enjoyment, limited joy, limited happiness. This is not your focus. You can enjoy, but don't make it the ultimate enjoyment. It is limited. Why? Because it is limited. There is something far better, much better than this, and that's what you should focus on. Because look at this. What you see is mata'un qalil. Then what? What will happen after this? It's as the Quran says here. ثُمَّ مَأْوَاهُمْ جَهَنَّمْ. Those who have this kind of limited enjoyment, their abode is what? Is Jahannam, hellfire, eternal hellfire. So don't be deceived by what's happening to them, so that you are distracted from the main path and you follow that. No, look at their abode. What will happen to them is mata'un qalil. ثُمَّ مَأْوَاهُمْ جَهَنَّمْ. Their abode is hellfire. And then here, وَبِئْسَ الْمِهَادِ. And this is the worst place to rest in. Because in fact, there is no rest in. It's the worst place to live in. Not just for 60 years, 70 years, 2,000 years, it's forever. It's eternity. لا يغرنك تقلب الذين كفروا في البلاد متاع قليل ثم مأواهم جهنم وبئس المهاد. This is not your focus. And if it is time to correct. It's time to refocus when you zoom. And instead of focusing here on this limited enjoyment, focus on their eternity in paradise. Islam teaches us how to zoom in on paradise so that you would you are 100% sure that it is there. It is there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised us this. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never breaks his promise. So why would you make your focus limited to that? A lot of people unfortunately are deceived, and I hope that it is neither you nor me are among those ones, among the people who are deceived. And to guard ourselves, we have to protect the way we think. We have to protect even our eyes. We are not encouraged to look at these things that are temporary, that are just fancy. We are the ones who are trained and are guided by Almighty Allah to focus there. So, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in many verses, said that all these temporary things, متاع الحياة الدنيا, are temporary. This is not your area. This is not where you need to focus. You can enjoy whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made for you halal to enjoy. Yes, we are. But we are encouraged to do the limited things, only limited things, the halal things. And it is there. Enjoy yourself on this. Enjoy yourself of the marriage. Enjoy yourself of eating the halal meat, of doing this and this. Keep yourself away from the haram thing. This is your portion in life. And if you continue to do this consistently, it will end up with you, that you are there in paradise, where you have ultimate enjoyment. This is where you need to focus. And we do ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, before we ask Him, we thank Him wholeheartedly that that's what we need. We thank Him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We thank you for that. And we continuously thank you for this. And we continuously ask you for support and help, that we continually do this until we die and we meet you on the day of judgment. Ameen, ameen. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وصل اللهم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.